My name is Benjamin Samuels. I I guess I would say I'm like a generalist maker of sorts with an emphasis on costume design. And yeah, I want to do everything. I think just like the overarching idea of mental health is just human like existence and experience and the whole spectrum of that. And I guess the like the clinical understanding of how to deal with the spectrum of human emotion. Mental health has definitely been kind of like an undertone to my life, not something like overtly expressed. I think in the recent years, like just becoming an adult and like trying to understand myself a little bit more. I mean, it's just the most important thing. Human beings understanding themselves is the way that they can function in society in a productive manner. My entire life up until maybe like the last couple years was like a very steady, numb depression, sense of apathy towards everything, with just like really overbearing sense of expectation in relation to like what I was gonna do in the future, like what I was supposed to be doing now, what I was supposed to be thinking. I qualify like the majority of my life to be in a deeply negative mental space. There's a lot of defining moments within my life that have felt so much better than the rest, that the numbness that I kind of attribute the most of my life to only gets like stifled within these gems of moments, either like an interaction with somebody that I really admire, or a compliment that I like got that I wasn't like expecting, swaddled an insecurity that I had. Very unexpected moments in my life have been dramatically meaningful. Some that I was completely, like most of them that were completely outside of my control. Some that were, I just didn't really realize it until it happened. My personal experience was that regardless of how well I was parented or how good my friends were to me, there wasn't necessarily anything that the people around me could do or say to change like the general feeling of like depression and like fear and anxiety that I felt constantly, like, because like all of those emotions like lead to that numbness. It's like since I'm depressed and anxious and fearful all the time of messing up in front of people or humiliating myself, or all of those emotions coalesce into that numbness, and within that there's really nothing outside of that can change that. For me, getting out of that was a lot of small moments and a lot of personal growth that took so many years, that then like kind of switched my like mental framework a little bit. But like I still deal with a lot of those like same feelings. It can be really hard to like appreciate like moments within my life because of those lingering feelings that I've expressed or that I've felt my whole life. The reason why mental health is so important is because it is something that everybody's dealing with throughout their entire lives, because different periods in people's lives are dramatically different. People change, their relationships change, their circle changes, and so does their mental health. And that spectrum is like as complex and deep as the spectrum of like, what am I feeling now in relation to this? Regardless of like what you tell a kid who hates themselves, they're not gonna stop hating themselves because of words. What I would want for my younger self is for that. I mean, the thing is, I had what I'm about to say, I had that. Opportunities that like dramatically change and jar my like interaction with the world around me, to the point where I start thinking about things differently. If you see the same things every day, if you are hearing the same things every day, if you interact with the same people every day, like, there will be no change within somebody who is like deeply hates themselves and the world around them. What I would want for my younger self, I want there to be more communities that focus on mental health passively through producing opportunities and having opportunities like coincide with children's growth. Like, just because you didn't go to college, or just because you didn't like end up like a winning lottery ticket, like, you should be able to consistently have change perpetuated by your community. Like, you should consistently have new opportunities and things to do and interact with. And yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like, I feel like I could ramble about this for eternity, just because of how hard of an issue mental health is to deal with on a wide spectrum, and even on a personal level. So yeah, I guess that's why I'm just tangentially rambling.